Mahatma Buddha says that the human body is the secret to good health. Therefore, do not mourn the past. Do not worry about the future. Wisdom is to live honestly in the present. But most of us do not know how to live in the present because they do not want to live. They are concerned about their past. They worry about the future. You should worry about the future that is to come. And if you can live in the present, try and see. Your mind and your body will become completely healthy. Once you start living in the present, you will not feel any pain from the past, nor will you have any worries about the future. Instead, the breaths you take in the present will also give you joy and happiness that you have never felt before. If you believe in Mahatma Buddha, then listen carefully to these divine teachings. Watch this video until the end, otherwise you will regret it later. Invest your precious time here instead of wasting it on useless short videos, and you will get to learn something new. This story today is going to give us knowledge that, after listening to it completely, you will learn to live in the present, leaving your past and future behind. So, the story begins with a person who was very sad and troubled. He was sitting on a rock on a mountain and crying. While he was crying, a Buddhist monk happened to pass by. Seeing him cry, the Buddhist monk went to that person and started talking to him. The person asked, "If you think I am planning to jump from here and end my life, then you are absolutely right, but what difference does it make to you? It's my life, and I can do whatever I want with it." The Buddhist monk said to that person, "If you are still hesitating to take action, then what good does it do to cry here?" Hearing this, the person becomes furious and says to the Buddhist monk, "Look, Maharaj, whatever I came here to do, I will do it, but there is no need for your interference." Saying this, the person starts crying uncontrollably. Then the Buddhist monk asks the person, "All right, tell me, have you left everything behind? Have you brought anything with you?" In response to the Buddhist monk's question, the person says, "I have left everything behind. I have nothing, and if I have anything to lose, then what will I do by living?" Hearing this, the Buddhist monk says to that person, "If that's the case, why are you carrying this burden on your head?" Surprised by the Buddhist monk's words, the person asks, "What burden am I carrying?" "My hands are empty, and I don't have anything." That's when the Buddhist monk says, "Even your breath is not flowing properly. You have come here to leave this world and cry your heart out. A person with nothing to lose never does such things. Why would he cry?" Hearing this, the person becomes even more enraged and says to the Buddhist monk, "What do you mean by that? Why does the Buddhist monk say that to him? Have you ever tried to look within yourself? How much burden have you carried? How much weight are you carrying on your shoulders? How long will you give these burdens? Unload these burdens here and lighten up a bit. How long will you remain trapped under these burdens?" As soon as the person heard all these words from the Buddhist monk, he immediately fell at his feet and, joining his hands, said, "Gurudev, nobody has ever understood me until now. From here, many people came and went, but no one ever said these things to me. You have read my mind, to the extent that even my family couldn't understand me. But you understood me completely in one go." The person goes on to say many things to them. "Can you solve my problem?" the Buddhist monk says. "Where is the problem?" The person says, "It's at my home." "Come with me and tell that to the person. The problem is not at your home." That person says, "No, Gurudev, the problem is at my home. Come with me once and see that Buddhist monk." While explaining to that person, say, "The problem is not at your home, but it is within you. Have you ever tried to look within yourself? All the problems are within you. Until you solve them, you will only see problems everywhere all the time. And if the problem is at home, what are you doing on top of this mountain? You were saying that you have left everything behind. My own home, my family, my close relatives. And if you have left all these things behind, then your problem has also disappeared there. So why are you so troubled?" Hearing all these things from the Buddhist monk's mouth, a person says, "Guru, you are right. I understand your words. The flaw is within me. I am not capable of any work. Whenever I try to do something, I mess it up. Everything I touch turns into a mess. I have never done any work properly. My luck is just bad." Hearing all these things from that person, the monk started smiling and said to that person, "Well, it seems that you have bad luck. Tell me, what is wrong with your luck?" Then that person said to the Buddhist monk, "Guru, I wanted to do business, and for business, I needed money. So I took some money from my family and started a good business with that money, but my business couldn't last long. In the beginning, my family supported me and everything was going well. But gradually, I started experiencing losses in my business. And seeing all this, my family became angry with me and distanced themselves from me. I wanted to do good business, earn good money, so that I could take care of my family and provide them with all the comforts and conveniences they desire. I was doing everything for them, but those people couldn't understand me and blamed me for everything. I also feel that I made a mistake because I have a friend too, and he also started a business with me, but look at him. His business is doing very well. Whenever he comes to my house, he talks about his successful business. He always keeps saying how he established and managed his business on his own and took it to great heights through hard work. Hearing all this, my family also tells me, "Look, son, he is a true friend. He has taken his business from one level to another, and you have lost our invested capital. You caused us a loss." My family always tells me that I am incapable. Listening to these taunts, I was very distressed, so I took loans and started a new business. But even there, I faced setbacks, and my business completely failed. Now the situation has come to the point where even my house is mortgaged. Now you tell me, what should I do? Then the Buddhist monk says to that person, "Well, you know why your friend used to come to you." Then that person says, "Yes, I know it very well. He used to come to show me down in front of my family. He used to criticize me and show that he is much better than me in business. He is superior and wants me to feel sad seeing his success. I feel tormented and troubled." That's when the Buddhist monk says to that person, "Did you really feel sad seeing his business?" "Yes, I felt sad when he succeeded in his business and mine failed. It hurt me, and I felt jealous. I regretted and suffered." That's why the Buddhist monk says to that person, "That means you would be happy if your friend also fails. If his business collapses, you would be pleased." Hearing this, the Buddhist monk smiled again and said to that person, "This means your happiness depends on your friend. If he wants, he can make you happy. And if he wants, he can make you sad because you cannot be happy or sad on your own. You have already become a slave to your friend, and if that's the case, there is no solution to your problem because your happiness and the pain of your suffering depend on the behavior of others. Your actions have not changed anything for you. Neither can you be happy nor sad through your actions. I cannot provide a solution to your problem." That's why that person tells the monk, "Please don't say that, Guru. I have a lot of hope from you because you are the one who understands and knows the pain inside me. You know it, you understand it. I humbly request you to give me the solution to this problem." Then the Buddhist monk says to that person, "When we become dependent on others by attaching expectations to them, we completely rely on others. If I don't show you any path, then you will continue to be unhappy. You will keep crying like a sick person, but if I tell you a way, I may help you find a solution to your problem. However, remember one thing, the friend who comes to your house. He is telling you how he has achieved growth in his business, how he has worked hard, which makes you sad, but he is telling the truth about how he struggled in his life and reached that position. He is sharing his experiences with you. Now you can either use that experience or let it go in vain and generate feelings of envy in your mind. Wisdom lies in utilizing his experience, using your intelligence, and the knowledge gained from his experience. You should be happy that you are receiving the experience you needed without even asking for it. You should express gratitude to your friend because you are receiving experiences and knowledge that you couldn't acquire from your own life. So move forward, face the struggles, use that experience, and don't give up. Because one good thing about time, no matter how it is, it always changes. Therefore, whether the time is good or bad, it is certain to pass. But the most important thing to understand here is that you need to stay alive to witness these two times and when your good time starts. You will build your business through your struggles and take it to those heights. Then, your friends will not sing the story of their successes, but the tale of their failures, so that you don't make wrong decisions. And if you end up being ruined like them, then you will have to use your intelligence here. Instead of paying attention to their words, use your wisdom because at that time, they will come not to make you happy, but to make you unhappy. Just as I find pleasure in seeing their unhappiness, I will find the same pleasure in seeing you unhappy. Hearing this, that person says to those Buddhist monks, "Oh, Venerable, you are absolutely right. I am not running my own life, but my relatives and friends are running it, which is filling my life with happiness and sorrow. But I have one question here. When I started my business, my intention was to keep my family happy. I can give them those comforts and joys. So is it wrong to think about my family? I was doing everything for my family, but after incurring losses in business, even my family left me. Upon hearing this, they started smiling, and that person said, "What's there to smile about? Did I ask any wrong question?" They never called him a Buddhist monk. Every person expects consolation when they make a mistake, and you also desire the same. Everyone wants to be praised when they do something, and when we don't receive praise, it hurts us deeply. It wounds our hearts, and that's when we start thinking that everyone in this world is selfish. Everyone wins for their own gains, everyone works for their own interests, and everyone stays with us for their own purposes. But if you consider someone as your family and want to do something for your family, then why do you feel like you're doing it for others? You are doing it for yourself. If you think you're doing it for others, you will remain unhappy throughout your life. And when you realize that you're doing it for yourself, you will experience a strange happiness, and you will always be content. And as long as you keep working on your tasks to make them better and excellent, you won't need anyone's consolation. That's when that person tells those Buddhist monks, "Oh, Guru, I understand your words now. Until now, my fate was in the hands of others. They used to paint it with colors of happiness or sorrow as they wished. But since I will hold my destiny in my own hands, whether it's good or bad, I won't accept defeat." Finally, that person says to the Buddhist monks, "Oh, Guru, I understood all your words, but can you give me something that can support me during the worst times of my life, that can accompany me?" Hearing this, the Buddhist monks give that person a small box and say, "This is very close to me and you should keep it close to you. It holds a secret that can free you from the biggest sorrows. It can rescue you from the gravest calamities, and you should only open it when you feel there's no way out, when you feel everything is meaningless. Whatever I have said is also meaningless. This world is also meaningless, where even living is meaningless." Saying this, the Buddhist monks hand over the box to that person and then leave. That person brings the box home and starts a new business. This time, he doesn't accept defeat in his business, and his business flourishes. Because of his successful business, his family also comes back to him. He had now attained all the comforts and pleasures. He no longer cried over the past, nor worried about the future. He focused on making his present even better. But time always keeps changing. Just as bad times don't last forever, good times don't either. Once again, a good phase had come to an end in his life. The neighboring state had attacked the state he lived in and destroyed it completely. His business had also been completely ruined. He started facing hardships with his family. They had to flee from one place to another, to the point where he didn't even have money for food and drink. Due to hunger, his parents lost their lives, but he continued wandering with his wife and 2 young brothers, who were also sick, and he had no money for their treatment. Then he started realizing that all of this was in vain. What is the purpose of living this life? This whole world is futile, and all the things those beggars told me are also useless. Today, I have nothing left. Today, I have no purpose to live. The things those beggars said have lost all meaning today. Ultimately, life is meant to end, so why live and strive to achieve heights in life? What is the point of achieving success? Even my existence feels futile now. If I had gathered the courage at that time and given something to this life and my body, maybe today I wouldn't have to witness all this and be completely disillusioned. He was completely shattered from within. He was contemplating all this when his gaze fell upon the box given by those Buddhist monks. There was a note inside the box that said, "The beginning of your new life can come from anywhere. You may have a gold coin or not, but if you have the courage, you will definitely do something." After reading that note, hope surged once again in his heart, and he regained his courage to strive for those heights in his life once again.